Hello everyone, Mrs. Gigi here. It's Tuesday again. I was thinking about it, you know, because it is really, really fast going this year, isn't it? Really. And yep, it is Tuesday, and I have a couple of things that I want to do. And that is one, painting a little bit, and two, create a little thing that I've been thinking about for quite some time. It is an gratitude kind of creation. Um, I'm going to explain a little bit more about that later on. But first, I wanted to make a little bit of drawing or painting, or something like that. And what more in the world do I like other than coffee? Most of you know I do like owls, so I was thinking about creating some sort of owl here, maybe a little bit Halloween fallish inspired owl. So let's see how this will end, like that. And then of course the legs. Hello Janet, welcome, welcome. So this is just a quick little one, just because I felt I needed a little bit of paintbrush and things in my hands. I've done so much of that lately. Let's see, maybe some eyes like this. Hello, Margaret. Welcome, welcome. And then we have, let's think about it. I don't want to have them this straight. And I was thinking about a hat like this. Or something like it. Almost looking like Santa's hat, but of course it isn't. It's more more inspired by Halloween. So and then the eyes. Hello, Vanessa. Welcome. Hope everyone is having a great start to their day, or midday, or evening, afternoon. Like me, it's evening, and with the time change, I've realized, it is really dark outside these days, like pitch black, when almost like 3 o'clock or something like it. So we'll have to, learn to live with that, I would say. So this little owl, it's going to be orange base, or at least a little bit. And think about it, November already. I don't know what happened to the rest of the year, because that's literally how I feel. The rest of this year just disappeared. I thought it was summer recently. Hello, Anne. Welcome, welcome. We are creating ourselves a little fall inspired owl to start with, at least. So I don't know. Of course, with Thanksgiving coming up in the U.S. and other parts of the world, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving here in Sweden, but it's getting dark. So I'm actually looking forward to December, or almost like the end November, early December, with all the Advent lighting in the windows, because it's really dark here this time of year. So have you started any sort of projects other than, you know, when coming out of bed, or maybe lunchtime for some of you? And what about the hat? Are we going orange, purple? Thinking purple might be a nice one to use. A darker purple, that is. And then into the project that I have been talking about a little bit. I kind of like Thanksgiving, or the concept of Thanksgiving, even though we don't celebrate it here in Sweden at all. And we usually, as a family, have a little bit of, you know, in Thanksgiving inspired thing here. Um, just, friends and my family. And I like the concept of gratitude, or, Thanksgiving type thing, that it's really something that I think would be one thing to think about all year. And I know that, of course, we do in some ways. Um, but in November, it feels like we do need a little bit more. Let's see, like something like that instead. Knitting for Christmas. Oh, wow. Yep. No, no, I would like to say it's all, 4 or 5 weeks away, and then you have to send out your gifts. And now know that we are going to have a little bit of a special Christmas this year. So celebrating it a couple of weeks in advance with some of my friends and family. And so it's almost to the point where December will be Christmas every weekend. Let's take a smaller one of these brushes. Adding in a little bit, the same color, but not that much water in it. Remembrance Day. I'm thinking, do we have, like we here in Sweden have something? Tell me more. I'm always curious about all different type of celebrations and everything all over the world. Remembrance Day. Sure, I've heard of it, but the actual meaning of it, I'm not sure that I can actually remember. Let's Let's see, giving it a little bit more something. This little owl. Oh, Veterans Day. Oh yeah, of course. Um, we haven't been in any sort of war um, at all, really, in like modern times here in Sweden. So we don't celebrate those type, celebrations or days or um, any. I know that there are a couple of them throughout the year. All sorts of celebrations. It's quite nice in a way. Let's see, having a little bit of a branch here, adding in, just doing the base of the whole thing here. I totally understand that that is quite an, November 11th is an important day for some. Let's see, adding in a little bit more darkness. So what are we going to do for the background? Kind of, let's see, do we have anything round? To the point where making moons and things. I kind of like to use something to do the actual shape, because making a moon, I don't know if that is even possible. Let's see. Kind of making it easy for myself. Is this big enough, or this? Are we going small or big? Let's see, just putting it there maybe. I'm just trying it out. That's kind of the shape. Not even using a shape like that is making it totally round. It's a little bit better though. So adding in tiny bit of white, yellow kind of thing here. Let's see. Really light yellow first. And it's not really visible, is it? But I don't know if you can see anything on camera, but just the tiniest yellow. And then me with some black fine liner will outline most of the things. Something like this. And the background, are we going dark blue, black? I'm not sure. and doing a little bit of blue or grayish type blue. Having a dog in the house, I can definitely see that he has been here. Adding in a little bit more blue. Actually going with black after this, I think. So for the November project, I was thinking about creating some frames and then write a little bit. I'm not going to make a journal, but I'm going to make cards for each day and writing down things that makes me happy, that I'm grateful for, and people around me and things like that. So I have a little list. I've been thinking about a little list of things, and that is what we're going to start today. I don't know if I will have it every other day. I will have a video up, or if I'm going every day. Haven't really decided on that yet. Might be one of those where I kind of feel, later on this week, like I will go full on, or have things prepared, so it's not too much of thing for me, but it's always that little, I have to have time, and I don't have too much time in the craft room, unfortunately, these days. Wouldn't it be kind of nice to be able to do everything that you're meant to do, or things that you have to? I don't like to say have to do, but things that you need to do in the family and work and things like that, and then have the craft room too. Like that would be like a 48-hour day or something. We have a little bit of a background here with the blue. Adding in a tiny bit darker. And it's supposed to be a little bit of, cloudiness type thing here. So hello, Gail. Welcome, welcome. So here we have, I don't want to say it might be a little bit Halloween inspired, but it's fall. As it's getting kind of dark here because of the time change. So we have something like that, and let's see, going in with a smaller brush for some detail. Let's think about this one. see, am I going? I'll go with the smallest one for this first. Adding a lot of color, not too much water. You know, they have been talking about it here in Sweden for years too. They have said for maybe the last 5 or 6 years, like, this is the last year we are going to do the time change, and this is the last one, and this is, you know, and it's never it's never happening. So I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know why they don't really do the change. In some parts of the world, or even I think it's some parts of the US, they don't have the time change, if I'm understanding correctly. And I kind of like to have the time change, especially the one in spring, because of, you know, it is really, really, really dark here in the northern parts of the world. Oh, it is, you know, a few places. I don't know if there is something to do with, you know, the climate or anything, but I have understood it, like, you know, from before, that there are a couple of states, I believe, that doesn't really have the time change anymore. Hello, Trey, welcome. I didn't have any plans, really, apart from there was actually a couple of kids knocking at the door, but because we don't celebrate Halloween as a, you know, big tradition here in Sweden, we don't really have too much of anything going on. So let's see if we can create the little feet. I always forget about the feet, so do a little thing there. I hope that you had a great Halloween day, evening, or however you want to celebrate it. So now to the point. Do I want to add some brown, or what type brown into this? And I kind of like to add a little bit. Oh, daylight saving. We have already have the daylight saving. It was this weekend here in most countries in Europe. So we have it in end October and in end March. So a little bit different apart from your dates that you're writing down there, but I think it was Janet Nash that announced on her page, on her YouTube community tab, I think it was, like, for the Monday stream, because of the time change. So now on to some of the details, and I'm thinking doing the easy parts first. Wizard owl. Might be, might be. A little bit of in fall Halloween type inspired. His. Let's see, we definitely, how do I want to have the hat? Something like this, and of course I'm twisting and turning and doing whatever I can, because it's a little bit easier when doing it this way, I think. And I kind of think about it as, I'm a lefty. Sometimes I actually twist and turn everything even though I don't need to. It's just a habit of mine. So let's do definitely this. I need to go smaller on the other. Yep, I think that's like kind of a little habit, because sometimes when doing things, it's, we have all the text or whatever we do like right here on on our hand. So twisting and turning has kind of been the thing for me all my life. No worries at all. That's, welcome back, Janet. Just the tiniest little yellow of another color here. And then, of course, at the beak, I'm thinking, are we going orange, or is that too much of... I was thinking, is that too much of like a bird, from like an Easter bird or something? So just like that. And then what about the eyes? Are we going traditional? Just round like that. Brown, maybe. I'm thinking, what do you for the beak? Let's go for brown. I'm going to add a little bit more to the body here in brown. So something like that, dark brown and a little bit of something else. Different version of brown, this thing, but And then I'm thinking, are we going black fine liner or just a tiny bit of definition for the rest of the owl here? It's always the details, the details. I made myself a drawing coloring scrapbook. I draw it. Oh, you know, those kind of things are really, really fun. Just having, like I always say, like a piece of paper, you don't really need much. It's just a matter of having actually a pen like this and just creating. Thinking some small little marks because it is an owl. Just doing something. Within a couple of minutes, we have created ourselves a little owl here. Let's see, like that. And then something with the hat. Do we want to add a thing or two, or are we going to leave it like this? Maybe some sort of pattern or something. I feel it's a little bit too plain. Don't you think? Let's see. I'm thinking going just with lines. Even though I would love to have them straight, I know they are not. I'm just going like this first and see, and if I want to fill it in totally in black, I don't know. Because I kind of feel that I don't, depending on how it looks. And then one here and one at the bottom here. I'm not so sure that I want to have one further down, do I? This might be the owl for today. I'm definitely going for my signature down there. And yeah, I'm thinking that I will leave him like this. So this will be the Tuesday owl. And now on to maybe some more fun. And I'm actually going to show you. I was debating with myself, doing all sorts of, things. I created these, or I'm going to show you like that, just so you can definitely, see the whole thing. And then I don't even know how many more. There is a couple of more of these type frames. And then I think this was back in August, September somewhere. And I just thought, like, what am I going to do with these? Why am I creating these? So, the thinking process has not really stopped yet, I would say. I will definitely use these, but not the way that I thought I would use them. So I've created some of the frames looking like this. I have frames looking like that. And then I haven't really filled them in looking like that. And ongoing, a couple here. So I was thinking, what about making the shape and the base like every day throughout November and creating something with these? So my thought when going through in my head, what am I going to do with these frames? I'm thinking that I will each day create a frame and then write something, draw something, do something to just do a November themed um, gratitude type, not journal, but tags or whatever you like to call them. So I am thinking of creating this one. It's almost like a stamp. So we will start by creating the first. And for this, I have a watercolor paper, and I'm thinking, you can do however you like. I'm going to cut a little bit, and I'm going to just show you and kind of where my thought process will be in this. So I'm going to create different type of cards and putting them together somehow in the end, and then have a little bit of some gratitude cards or tags or something. So we will start doing it like this. And if you like to use the frames, I actually decided that I will scan all of them in and put them in a document and in my group on Facebook, Mrs. JG and Friends, so that you can use them however you like, resize them if you like, do whatever you like with yours, and maybe, something fun in the end that resembles the one that I'm making. So yet again, one of those crazy ideas of mine just growing in my head for months this time. And I kind of felt I needed to do something. And I'm not sure if this will be the first one, but I know it will be totally different throughout the month. And this time around, I'm using watercolor paper just because I had a little piece just laying here waiting to be used. But I will use them as frames somehow, or smaller, bigger, or whatever. I haven't really decided. Doing them a little bit bigger, this thing. I'm actually to the point where thinking I'm just going to put a hole at the top here and put all of these little frames together. Or you can just take a plain paper, not cutting it out like I'm doing here, and drawing it and do something fun. Or take the smaller ones that I have and print them out and maybe create something with those. maybe take just a couple of minutes, because the first question, and these are the type of questions that I'm going to have throughout the whole November, and in gratitude, what are you thankful for, and things like that. So the first one for today, November 1st, is what made you smile today? So that is what we are going to create on this one. Hello, Dana. Welcome. Not really doing too much of a real fussy cut here because I've cut them bigger, but so this will be the first of many frames throughout November. So there will be videos up on my channel with these frames that I will do. And the beauty of it all, that you can go back, maybe actually put up a frame or two, because you're looking into them. So we are actually making this first one today, doing it like this. So it definitely needs a little bit of color. It is doodling, so I'm not really doing perfect version here. This Sunday we are having our game. Yeah, that's I almost forgot. This Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern at Dana's channel. So Becca, me, and Beth and Dana will have our prompt game. And that's going to be really fun. So let's see, what can we do with this frame today? Am I going watercolor? Am I going acrylic? I'm thinking watercolor because it's easier online like this. And what type color do we like? I'm thinking I will go a little bit of a fallish theme here. Filling it in with some yellow, like almost into the orange yellow to start with. So on this frame, I will create what made you smile today. I was thinking about preparing the digitals, of course, to today, or this weekend, the last weekend. But unfortunately, with everything going on in the family and things, I will have it up as soon as possible later on this week, probably Thursday. So there will be frames that you can use throughout the whole month if you like, or do whatever you like with them. So we will start by thinking a little bit what made me smile today. Writing, paint, do a little bit of extra painting or whatever. A little bit more of the color down here. about you, but I'm thinking red all around. I don't know why, but I kind of having the feeling of using red all the way around. I actually had an incident at work today that really made me laugh. It was one of those crazy things. So I will definitely make a little bit of a thing going with that. Let's see, this was also more into the orangey red than that I would say proper Christmas darker, the traditional Christmas red. Going all the way around actually. So I've had some chicken casserole type of dish for dinner, and I hope that you had. For those of you who have been eating lunch or dinner or preparing something to eat, I hope it's good. You got Happy Mail that made you smile. Oh, that's nice. Happy Mail is always fun. Brighten up your day quite a lot, actually. And the beauty of Happy Mail is, just the couple of things, and sometimes actually things that uh, you don't really like, or die cuts that you had 100, but will brighten up somebody else's day quite a lot. So now, Dana, when you are here, thank you so much for your little mail the other day that I put on video for everyone. It was really, really fun things in there. And I'm thinking that I will use maybe some magazine. I'm not sure. I'm going to collage a little bit in this frame that will represent what happened to me today. Unfortunately, it's one of those that it was, well, one of the kids at work that had a little thing going, and it just brightened up everybody at work, really, to the point where we all laughed. Haven't really laughed that much, including the kid laughed. We laughed together too so much today, and we actually needed it. It's been a little bit of a struggle for some, so laughing. I don't know. Have you heard about those? That's actually like course, or you can go in like those lessons learning how to laugh in together with others and things like that, which is in a way kind of strange, but it is working. If you hear somebody else laugh, you will probably laugh yourself within a couple of minutes. So this little, if you like to call it stamp, because of the shape of this frame, I'm going into collage a little bit in here. So this will be the first one for the month. And all of the frames are totally different. Was just having fun doodling away in August back in my vacation, the cabin with family, just having this, this stack of paper in this one and a pen and just a couple of colors, because I even though it is a little bit of a bigger challenge, but I kind of like to just take the and I'm talking literally totally basic things together with all other necessary things, but when it comes to crafting in my vacation house, I literally just take my pencil, my composition book. I had one magazine, and what more did I have? I have my little sewing thing that I was working on, a tiny little scene, and yeah, it created quite a lot of things. And then I had some markers and watercolors. Brushes all over the floor, of course. So let's look into creating some sort of smile, looking into a magazine. And this is, the way it's going to look today. Let's see if we can find a smile to cut out. And lots of people smiling, but not one that I like. I want to have a big smile. Let's actually look at it. This is from last year. So Christmas is coming up. Looking in this one, are there people laughing? I don't think so. No, too much garden things going. Of all the magazines, let's see. Oh, she is definitely not smiling. I need a big smile. I wish there was some sort of dentist type thing going. I know, like an ad for the dentist or something. That little house can actually represent my work. Let's see, I will cut it out better And then we need a smiley face. She is kind of smiling there. Oh, look at this. Huh. The 70s are here. Why aren't people smiling in these magazines? Look at the beauty of these things. She is kind of, you know, smiley face there in a way. And I'm thinking, I wish I was a kid smiling. That's definitely a smiling face. We will cut her out and use it. Just the mouth. That's what I'm kind of looking for. Let's see if I have some sort of little kid laughing. Let's see, there was a laughter there for some sort of, she was laughing. We were a whole lot of people laughing, so that's why I'm kind of looking into, you know, having just more than one laugh. Let's see, they are laughing, having fun. At least one of these, I will definitely, seriously, why am I doing this? Had to take the dogs out. Oh, yep. So, let's see. Oh, on the front cover, there was a laugh. Let's see what we have. We have the little house that will represent. Let's see. I'm actually going to fill in the little red here. What happened? I do need more of the red. Probably a newspaper, a magazine or two. So there, we will let that one dry a little bit. Cut this one. So today I will use newspaper, or no, magazine. Why am I saying newspaper? I don't know. A magazine. Tomorrow it might be that I write or paint, or, you know, do some other thing. And that will be my workplace. Thinking, I'm going to take the chimney off. We'll just fold it a little bit, just like that. Adding it like that. And then we will cut these people's faces out, representing all the laughter that happened today. My workplace. So Janet is crocheting, was she? So what are you other people watching up to painting, doing all sorts of everything. Hello, Jen. So, smiling today. I will just write a little bit about this too. I'm thinking, let's see. Embroidery. Is that some sort of? I'm actually thinking about doing some sort like that too, and I think it has to do with the time of year, or it is the cozy November or things coming up that makes it. I was almost to the point where I wanted to put the camera by the fireplace and having like a bit of tea, cuddling up together with the animals and things like that. It was that time of day for me because it's late afternoon or evening here, so I found a little bit. Yep, I think it has to do with the season, Gail. Probably. We'll have this smile too. Just cutting it out. Just thinking, smiling at work or something. Something like it. And now I'm thinking about it. Why did I write it in English? I have no clue. Probably because I was talking to you. So let's see. Gluing this thing down. So many languages in my head up to the point where, I don't even know what type of language I speak anymore. Let's see, I want to have it on the edge. And in Sweden or Swedish, we would say smiling at work, I don't know, skrattande på jobbet. So, jobbet is work. A whole lot of smiley faces. And this one up in the corner. Maybe I will add a couple more if I find any. So there will be something like this each day throughout November. Questions to myself and to all of you. throughout the month. What are you grateful for? Thankful for? Something, to have a little extra push and lift up your day to doing, doing it a little bit better. And for me, in the darkness of November, as it actually is here, making it a little bit more fun. Because we all do need the fun things. So I'm just doing this for now. Some of the questions might be a little bit harder, but they all have something to do with, gratitude of some sort. So we will just do a little bit of framing like this around the whole thing. And here we have the first frame for the month. So for those of you who like to do something like this, I will have the frames uploaded in my Facebook group so that you can print them out, resize them, have them as reference if you like, and just, create yourself a little frame like I did today. And I will just I haven't really decided what or how I want to have them. I will probably put them in some sort of binding, just, like that. So I'm thinking that this will be something ongoing, throughout, I don't even know how long, but November definitely. So I have these frames created. These ones, they are all different. I haven't really outlined all of them yet. These ones, I have these ones, and a couple more in another one actually. So these will be put in my group on Facebook so that you can use them, resize them, and have them as reference just for your own creation and things like that. And for this one, I could have cut this frame out and used it, but I created a version like this instead. And I definitely know that all of the frames, they are not the same size. They are not meant to be the same size. They are just doodled. So that in itself is one of those, it's a little bit wonky, but to me, it has a purpose. It doesn't really have to be perfect everything. Even though it might have been kind of, I was actually thinking about creating them on the computer, like in Photoshop or anything, and I was like, no, I will definitely not do that when I came to terms with what I was thinking, because this will be my version of the thing. And yours. The way that you make yours will be your version. Now my daughter is coming in. Do you want to ask me something? Sure. Oh, have you finished already with the game? Wow. She just played a game on the iPad. I don't know how many levels, but she has worked it through for for an hour. So we need to buy her some new games there. I don't know. Have to look into that. So this will be it, and I'm actually going to just. Am I going for the whole? No, I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I thought that the game would be it was one of those type games that doesn't really explain exactly how you do to reach the. I don't even know how the game works. That's the thing. It has levels, and it's some sort of puzzles or clue based levels that you have to solve in terms of going to the next level and the next and the next and so on. A couple of, I don't even know how many levels, but she's finished it all up in an hour. So yeah, we will have to look further into the. I know that there are a couple of more, like version 2 or 3 or 4 in that type game, so probably will buy the other ones too. So this was really a little bit of sneak peek what's coming in November, creating the first frame. I'm actually just going to write the question down, and I'm going to do that on the back side. The question for today, November 1st. Let's see. What made you smile today? So that's what we have created there. And then this owl. And of course, for those that haven't seen, and I'm thankful for the dice that I got from you, Dana, because I put one on my November journal. So the cover is finished. Have I done anything inside? No, haven't really. I am going to, uh, but I'm thinking, November has just started. Probably will be, like weekend or something when I'll sit down and do the first week. So, apart from this first frame, there will be another video coming up with the next frame tomorrow, and so on and so forth through November, with all different kinds of questions for you to create something with these frames. So thank you so much for those of you who have been watching today, and as usual, I will be back again tomorrow. Oh, thank you so much. And the cover was really fun to make and use up my things that's already been laying here just waiting to be used. So tomorrow, as usual, Friends Day on a Wednesday with frame number 2 and something else. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everyone. And thank you to all the replayers watching. Bye.